Hello. It's time. It's that time. So glad you all are here. Flow yoga plus loud music. I hope I've got the mix right. If there's any issues with my audio, shoot me a comment in the chat, but be like, hey, how's it going? I can't hear anything, because YouTube likes to flag those comments for some reason. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm stoked you're out there. You know what? Happy April Fool's Day. Not really a great one. Thoughts and prayers with those who are out and about taking care of those at greatest need during this crisis. And I do hope that everybody in your family is safe and doing well. Check us out on patreon.com/commonbond. Best way to support us. We made it to 58 pledges at the end of March. That was the month that just happened. I'm super excited about that. In the meantime, our next goal is 100 by the end of April. Just that tiny little bit of support is what helps get us over the edge during this crisis, as those small dollar donations are just a little bit of everybody giving together to make Common Bond keep doing its thing. We sent out a survey to some of you that might be interested in checking out what's happening online. Please let us know your thoughts. And if you need that survey, shoot me a message directly on Instagram. I'll get back at you with the link. Okay. Thank you to DJ Soul Rising for the lovely playlist tonight. Check him out on Apple Music. Tell him I sent you. I'm stoked that y'all are here. Don't need that one there. Stand up tall. Spread the toes out wide. Roll the shoulders back a few times. We're going to focus on shoulders, back, strengthening, lengthening, side bending today. A little bounce to the knees. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. And then when you're ready, hands to heart center. Just a moment to pause. We'll take a few breaths here. Scan your body for the energy that is holding, waiting for you to let it go, and see if you can relax it. Take the next 20% and slow it down. Just a couple more deep breaths here. Go ahead and finish your next exhale. Blink open your eyes. Release your arms down by your side, and we'll begin. Inhale, arms up overhead. Soften the knees and bend forward from the waist, lengthening the spine as you come all the way down. And when you're down there, hang out for a couple of breaths. A couple of simple sun salute A's to get us in the mood tonight. When you're ready, bounce up to your half lifted position, long through the spine. That's an inhale breath. Soften the knees, exhale, deepen the fold. Let's do two more like that. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, drape the belly over the thighs. One more time, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, deepen the fold, plant the hands, step the right foot and the left foot back. Once the knee hits the mat, or the two toes hit the mat, 2 toes, 10 toes hit the mat. Go ahead and set those knees down. That's what I wanted to say. Shift your weight forward and lower all the way down. Release and then take a backward bend long through the spine. We'll come exhale back down to the mat. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, backward bend, cobra pose. Exhale back to the mat. Long through that inhale, 1 full breath. Exhale all the way back down. And then bend the knees, point the toes at the sky. Push the floor away from you. Send your weight backward, lift your hips up and back, down dog. When you get there, pedal it out just a little bit. Woohoo! All right, from the back of the mat, step the right foot forward and then the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen the fold. Ragdoll up to standing, rolling up through one vertebrae at a time. When you get toward the top, take the shoulders toward the ears, relax them down. Flip the palms, take them up overhead. Hands to heart center. A couple more like that, friends. Arms up wide and high. We'll just not skip the extra cycles. Exhale, forward fold. Excuse me, we won't do the extra cycles. One halfway lift, inhale. One, exhale, deepen the fold, step the left foot back, then the right foot back. But let's take a little bit of time here in plank to warm up our mental attention, to bring our focus into using our body. Maybe shift your weight forward and back, high on the toes, spreading the fingers out, long through the back of the neck, and then knees down, lower down, all the way to the floor. One backward bend. And then exhale to the mat. Back to down dog. Rolling up and over the knees or the toes. Whatever gets you there. Long through the back of the neck. Pedal it out. Little right, little left. And then step your left foot to the front. Right foot to the front. Halfway lift and length. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Back to the sky, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. That's two. We'll do two more to make four, because four is a good number. Reach up long, soften the knees, dive forward. Use your whole exhale to get to the earth. Halfway lift, full inhale to get that spine long. Plant the hands, right foot first, left foot first. You can lower on this exhale, or you can take one more inhale, shift the weight forward, and lower down. One backward bend of your choosing, and then hips up and back for downward dog. Take a couple breaths here though, let's enjoy. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen the fold. Back to the ceiling, arms up. Hands to heart center. Right away, take that inhale. Reach up, press down into the floor to get it. Exhale, all the way to the floor. Halfway lift, left foot moves first. Get back to plank, lower on this or the next exhale. Take your backward bend. And then meet in down dog, wherever you're at. We'll take 5 full breaths here. If you're ready to come down to the knees and take your tabletop version, cat and cow, you can do so. Or just hold, breath moving. Big inhale, big exhale. That's 2, let's do 3 more. Two more. One full breath. And then on your inhale, look forward. On your exhale, move left foot, then right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen the fold. Back to the ceiling, arms up. Hands to heart center. We'll take the arms up wide and high. This time, though, grab your right elbow is what I meant to say, with your left hand. And give me a side bend here. We're gonna work the front and back of this long lateral line of the body. So there's the camera. Reaching up through that elbow, go ahead and pull it slightly down toward the floor. And then inhale it back up to the sky. And exhale, mild backward bend with a little bit of a twist. Back up to center, and then down toward the floor on that exhale. Inhale back up to that sort of neutral hip heart position. Exhale, twist back, look out the corner of your right eye. We'll do 2 more cycles like that. Up through neutral, floss down. Up through neutral, floss back. One more. Pull a little harder on the elbow, back up to that middle point, lean back, heart a little more forward. And then 2 hands back up to the sky and go ahead and grab that right wrist. Same side again. Pull a little more out of the waist and bend further over to the left side of the room. You're still stretching that same right side, but press more down into your hips. Your heart comes a little forward, your tail a little under. Inhale, lengthen. Whew. Just a couple more, friends. My shoulders are so very tight. And then inhale back up to the center. We're gonna take cactus arms, but rather than go to the right, we're gonna go to my left, your left, whatever left you've got, and twist that right side of the body that we just stretched out so much. Come back into neutral. We'll twist to the left again. Let's do 2 more. Inhale into center. Press down through the feet, twist to the left. Inhale into center, twist to the left. Come back up to the top, strong and long through the fingertips, soften the knees, exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Make your way back through plank pose, down to down dog or tabletop. Option to flow, of course, through chaturanga or knees down chaturanga, backward bend. And then 2 down dog once again. In your down dog, I want you to think about that right arm, underside of the right arm and left arm. See if you feel any differences there. Especially if you haven't been doing as much movement, they might seem a little more exaggerated than normal. So we're gonna take the left foot up to the front of the mat, please. Find your warrior 1 position, spin that right heel out. 2 hips point forward, arms come up overhead, palms come together, hands to the back of the head, press the elbows up and in, lean back, take the backward bend. Press through the left knee, lean back through that right heel, 2 legs engage, up through the elbows again. So that wasn't enough on that right side. We're gonna add into it here. Come back to neutral, re-extend the arms, grab the right wrist and bend over to the left here in your warrior 1 position. You might prefer to bring that armpit toward the left knee. You might prefer to take it back a little, whatever feels good. Try not to let that left side cramp up too much. Press down through the left foot, lift out of the waist. And then inhale back into warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. We'll step back to down dog, however you get there. We do throw in room for those flows, lowering down as you please. Room to come down to tabletop if you're 8.5 months pregnant, or any other time you prefer. Okay, we're gonna do 1 more on that same side with our warrior 2 stance. So take your left foot up, spin the right foot out, windmill to warrior 2. Left hand to thigh, right palm flips out, soften the elbow, and reach for the sky up overhead. Press through that right heel. Maybe you lean a little into that left elbow down to the thigh, press up, and maybe that right hand comes all the way over your ear toward the front of your mat. Exhale deeply. Charlotte got my joke. It's not a joke, it's a reality. Press down through that right heel. Little more right side stretch. Lean back. Exhale deeply. Inhale to warrior 2. Out through the wrist. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward, forward. Inhale, halfway lifts. Wide stance for your forward fold all the way down to the earth. Okay, once again, we're doubling down on this side here. Right hand to left ankle, left hand to sacrum. Pull on both. A little more bend to the knees can be helpful. A little bounce. It's a fun position. All right, release, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hold right there. Wiggle those feet in a couple of times. Sweep the arms up wide and high. Exhale, hands to heart center. See if I can remember all that. Arms up overhead. This time, grab that left elbow with the right hand. Pull the elbow down And from this side bend position, on your exhale, floss elbow down toward the opposite hip. Inhale back up to neutral. Exhale back. Inhale to center. Exhale toward the hip. Inhale back up. Exhale back. That's 2. Let's do 2 more like that. Hips forward, feet flat. When you finish that 4th round, come back up to center, re-extend the arms, grab the left wrist, and pull a little further into that side bend. Hips stay forward, heart stays forward. Ooh, got a pop there. Exhale deeply. Yeah, keep it up. 1 more breath. And then inhale up to the sky, long. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Make your way back to tabletop or down dog. Now, hopefully your left side here feels a little bit more open, but still probably less so than the right, depending on what you're working with. We'll take the right foot to the front of the mat. Left heel spins. Arms come up for our warrior 1. Backward bend again. Palms come together. Hands and elbows, or elbows up to the sky. Lean back into it. Press up through the heart, down through the tail. Activate those muscles. Think about the muscles on your back. Squeeze them. Press the heart sternum up a little more. And then inhale up to neutral. Grab the left wrist again. Pull over to the right, keeping that left hip forward, left heel long. Drag a little bit more out of the waist. Woo, 1 more breath here. Inhale all the way back up to neutral, nice and long. Hands to the mat. Here's where you get to throw in your bonus flows, if you want, from plank to lower down. Back to down dog. Couple breaths there. Okay, right foot again to the front. Warrior 2's your next destination. Spin out, open up. Flip that left palm, soften the elbow. Bring your right hand to the thigh to start. Scoop for the ceiling. Lean up, lean over. Maybe right elbow comes down to thigh. Push against it and get that long stretch out of the left side. Inhale up to the warrior 2, and then we'll take it down to the mat, step forward, wide stance, make room for the belly. If you need to squat a little more, squat a little more. Grab right ankle with left hand. Oh my gosh, I definitely forgot something. I did. I forgot those twists at the top. We'll have to do it when we come back up here. Pull a little bit. Release your twist, come back down. Inhale, halfway lift, hold right there. Wiggle the feet closer together. We'll pretend like I planned it all along. Arms all the way up overhead. Now this time we have to cactus arms twist to our right. Into center. Twist to the right. Oh, it's raining again. Back to center. Twist to the right. 1 more just to make sure that we did enough, maybe too many. Hard to tell. Now we're going to be imbalanced forever. Back to the sky, hands to heart center. Woo. Okay, so take a drink if you need Some water, want some water. Okay, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Make your way back to down dog. In your down dog, pedal it out, enjoy. Have a little bit of a beat. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Woo. My rug likes to move. All right, left foot, front of the mat, right foot spins. Short, stable warrior one stance here. Okay, again, depending on the way your body is today, take a different variation. If your name is Charlotte, I want you to go for knuckles or wrists or hands behind you. However, if you have room, let's take the right arm under the left in front of you, pull elbows to heart, draw up chin to chest, and roll forward toward the floor. Head and neck relaxed. Round through that back body. That's what we're looking for exactly. And then you could press pinkies closer to the floor. Push down. And then keep those pinkies pressing away from you as you roll back up out of the waist. Lift the elbows. Come back up. Push them toward the sky. Palms, elbows. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Release the hands up overhead. Reach for the ceiling, long and tall. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Here's where we move back to our transition posture, which is tabletop or down dog. Take it if you want it. Once again, we're going to take left foot to the front, this time back to the warrior two pose, and we'll actually stretch out through that left side with our reverse warrior. So right hand can come behind you, flip the left palm, reach it up to the sky. Hand can come behind the head, press the elbow up and back. Lean into it, press down through the right shoulder blade toward the left hip. Okay, for bonus here, you can keep the hand where it's at, elbow where it's at, or you can round left elbow all the way down toward your right ankle. Stop where it stops. Keep squeezing the back of your right hand toward your left elbow. Whee. Inhale back up nice and long. Extend that left hand once again out through the warrior two. And all the way down to the mat, step it back, pedal it out. All right, right foot will be the one at the front this time. Short, stable, warrior one stance, arms up overhead. Left elbow under right, press elbows, palms together, draw them in and down to start. Drop the chin to chest once again. Roll forward from your nose to your belly button. Maybe even closer to the floor. If you're gripping the floor with your toes, relax the toes. Exhale deeply. Okay. Keep pressing those pinkies away from you. Lift the elbows as you lift the chest and draw them all the way up to the sky. Keep squeezing them together. Press up. Press down. Oh yeah. That one I could do all day, and I couldn't even tell you why. Okay, sweep those arms up wide and high. Look for the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. Here's a transition pose. as well. Big deep breaths here. Okay, right foot, front of the mat, warrior two. Heels can be lining up-ish. Don't worry too much about it. Left hand to sacrum, right hand to the sky, and then to the back of the head. Keep bending in that right knee, don't be afraid of that. Up through that elbow, firmly through your left heel, and then maybe consider right elbow toward left ankle. Back up to that normal warrior, reverse warrior. Reach up through the fingers. Through the warrior two. All the way to the mat, back to down dog once again. Step it out, your choice. Okay. Okay. In the down dog, come down to the knees. We're gonna come into, or onto our belly, excuse me. Gonna adjust my mat a little bit here. All the way down. Oh. Need a little back strengthener to keep working those muscles. Oftentimes our back is tight because it's weak, not because it's overly strong. Come up on 10 fingers in front of you. And then find that position where if you were to remove your hands, you could hold it. So press down, long through the back of the neck. Let's start with the legs. Lift one right leg here, lift it up a little higher, and then lower it down. Left leg as well. So the knee's slightly bent, big toe can lift for sure, but you want the whole sole of the foot to be working its way toward the ceiling, back down. We'll go left hand, please. Back down without any change in the torso. You're still breathing. Right hand. Back down in a circle again. Right leg. Back down. Left leg. Inhale up. Exhale lower. Left hand. If you're down on your belly, you should be doing this. Excuse me. If you're Charlotte, you should be doing this on hands and knees, but I bet you figured that out by now. Right hand. Whoopsie. Back down. Take a little mini break. Don't touch your face. All right, come on back up. You guessed it, we're gonna do it again, but with the opposite sides. So don't think so much of alternating right and left. I want you to consider this action as if you were doing two sides of a circle that was working in a clockwise direction. So on your inhale, lift the right hand and bring the left foot up. And then as those two lower, lift the left hand and bring the right hand up. The slowest swimmers you've got. Keep the breath going and imagine that this is two hands traveling around a circle. Or you remember that game that we used to play, the fishing game that had the little thing under it and the little fish came up and opened their mouths really slowly and you had to try to catch them? Yeah, it's like that. Give me a couple more rounds. One more. And then take a break. Woo! Shake out the sacrum, shake out the hips, shake out the forehead. And then we'll come back up to tabletop, please. Find that tabletop position comfortably under hands and knees. We'll spread the fingers out once again wide, but imagine drawing the elbows toward each other, squeezing them to activate the biceps ever so slightly. And then see if you can shift your weight into your left hand without changing anything in your right knee. Keep it firmly down, left knee. And then bring that right hand out to the side. Give me some cactus arms. Inhale, open. Hold there, exhale. Inhale, open again. Exhale, crunch right elbow to left elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, right elbow, left elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale. We're gonna do one more, friends. Press into left hand, left knee firmly. Exhale. Okay, inhale. Set that right hand back down. Shake out your two knees and your hips, maybe circle around one way or another. Okay, left hand as well. Try to spread the weight out evenly so that when you hover that left hand, nothing changes in two knees or your right hand. And then out to the side, cactus arm. Inhale, open, hold for that exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, crunch, elbow to elbow. Inhale, open. Like you're trying to put your left elbow in front of your right one. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Open again, and then set that left hand back down. Shake out the right wrist. Circle around a few more times, one way or the other. Head yes, head no. Okay, from here, if you are comfortable down on hands and knees and would like to stay there, you can work this position by grabbing the right hand and looking for the left hip. You might get a hold of it. There might be something like a large child in the way. That's okay. Get whatever you can get through that twist. Place the right hand back down. If you're going further, tuck your toes, lift your hips up for a nice wide down-legged dog, and then take that right hand up looking for the left thigh, calf, ankle, something you can get a hold of over there and pull on it. You can look underneath the left armpits. Keep twisting through that side. And imagine those muscles on the back of the body. You activate them a little bit more. You send some weight back into your left foot. Nice. Exhale deeply. Release that side. Woo. And then we'll step left foot up, spin to warrior two, reach out long. We're gonna take our extended side angle position again, but this time with a straight left leg. So press into your left leg 85.5% of the way, reach the right hand up to the sky, and then reach down through the left hand. Looks kind of like triangle pose. I guess that's what it's called. Reach up, lean back. Maybe take that right hand today all the way overhead. Just play with it. And if it feels like you're starting to collapse in that left side, push into your left wrist or elbow, rebend that knee, stretch more out of the right hand. Exhale deeply. Inhale up to warrior two. And then we'll come all the way down to the mat. Here's a vinyasa opportunity. This time, from tabletop or down dog, your left wrist looks for your right hip. Thigh, back of the calf muscle, wherever you got it, push into it, add a little bit of a twist. Option to go for that same position in a downward facing dog, though I prefer to have a wider stance and a longer right side. Exhale deeply. Step that right foot up. Find the warrior two stance on your way up to our Trikonasana triangle pose. Bending right knee, leg, straightening it, sorry. Reach out through the wrist. Left hand to sky. I don't know who I'm apologizing to. You guys are just figments of my imagination out there watching me. Reach up through those left fingertips. If you need a little more support here, press into the right side, lean back. Maybe take that left arm all the way overhead. as long as you've ever been from left heel through pinky. All right, back up through warrior two. Ceremonial to the mat via down dog when you're ready. Okay, front of the mat, take as many steps as you want, enjoy the beat. Could be one. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Back to the ceiling. Arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. Okay. So your eagle binds are always multitudinous. You could choose the classic elbow under elbow with hug. You can go for palms, of course. If the palms don't want to come together, pressing the backs of the hands together is a nice option. And then there's always just the palms on top of each other's on the opposite elbows as well, squeezing in. So we're going to go right under left though, wrap here. And let's start with that press up position like we did earlier. We're going to double down on that forward fold though. So if you need room for your forward fold, make the feet wide. If you don't worry. Soften your knees, bend them, and roll all the way down. Let the shoulder blades collapse or spread out wide. Relax the head. Couple breaths here. Okay. And then come to a half lifted position. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the back of the neck, and I need you to squeeze your hands into each other, or your elbows into each other, or your shoulders into each other. Everything's strong. Now I want you to spread across the shoulder blades and shift your weight into your left foot. Bend your right knee and come up high on those right toes. You might need to come up a little higher away from the earth, and then bring your right heel to your hip. It's flamingo pose. I don't think it's, I don't know, I just made that up, y'all. Send the right heel back, I'm sure I didn't make it up. And try to find a warrior three with those eagle arms. Long through the back of the neck, pressing two elbows together. Balance here on that left foot. I need you to keep your arms together and lift that right knee back up in front of you. Woo! Okay. Hover the right knee and then step it back to warrior one right here. We're gonna release the arms in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms up overhead. Cactus them, lean back. Get your backward bend. Press elbows together. Look up through the eyes. And then back up to the ceiling, nice and strong. Back out to warrior two. Bend left knee. One more time. Straighten that left leg. Reach out to the left fingertips. Bring the hand down to the thigh or further down to the shin, up through the right hand. Here's where it gets to be more fun. Bring your right hand down behind you. Place the back of the hand on the sacrum and look down at your left hand. Ooh, I know how to do this. Stole this from Karen. Left elbow, put it on your left knee. Hop, hop with your right foot a couple of times. Push into your left elbow and lift that right leg up. Push against the thigh with the elbow. Whoops, I lost it. Hover the right leg. Maybe it floats back up. Keep pressing into your left elbow. Okay, that's enough of that. Set it back down. We'll come back up through warrior two. Yeah, that. And then all the way down. Step back if you want. We're gonna meet at the front of the mat though, so take your time getting there. back to the top. Arms all the way up. And this time it's left under right. We're going for that slacked forward fold, wherever your feet is most comfortable, all the way down. Let it all go. You already know what's coming. That's fine. We'll have a good time while we're at it, okay? So come up to that half lifted position and see if you can, again, lengthen the spine, even in this eagle position. So you're pulling those elbows toward your navel, squeezing the palms and the elbows together as much as you can. Shift your weight into your right foot, come up high on your left toes. Bring your left heel to your glute and send it slightly behind you. And then maybe with that balance, with a little bit of fun and a little humility, you send the left leg out, looking for Eagle Arms Warrior 3. Lengthen the back of the neck here. And then pull the left knee up in front of you. Shift it all the way up. Woo! Step it back to Warrior 1. Hold for 3 more seconds, friends. Keep squeezing in for 2. Squeeze in for 1. And release. Arms up overhead. Cactus, backward bend. Inhale up to the sky, open to Warrior 2. Straighten that right leg, reverse Warrior, through to triangle. Just a passing, left hand down to sacrum, right elbow to knee, hop your left foot up a couple of times, hop, hop. Push into the right knee with the right elbow, and then hover the left leg up. Two more breaths. You see, I can't talk and do it at the same time. Okay, left foot back down, just for formality's sake. Woo, little waves. Oh, that's the end of that song. All the way down. We'll take it back. And we'll end this set of stuff in child's pose. Tabletop's a lovely place to hang out as well. Nice work, y'all. It reminds me of this time I was doing yoga in my life. And somebody introduced Warrior 3 and Eagle. And I could not have conceptualized of a more torturous posture ever. You know who you are. And I swore I'd never do it ever again. Now I do it all the time. Okay, from your child's pose, go ahead and come back up to table. We're looking for that happy, comfortable side plank. So left hand to mat, left knee to mat, shin at a perpendicular angle, right foot nice and long, right arm up overhead. Side plank should feel pretty comfortable like this every time. Now, if you could keep this general sensation and stack your 2 feet, one in front of the other, maybe that left foot comes in front of the right foot. If that's not in your wheelhouse or you're not interested in that, keep the shin down but take the right arm longer. If you have your left knee on the floor, pick up your right foot, make that side of the body longer still. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, all the way back down to tabletop. Shake out that left hip, mine's cramping. Circle yes, circle no. Shake your tail. And then we'll switch sides. Nothing fancy in between. Right shin comes to a kickstand position, right hand to a block or the floor. Lift up, stack the feet if you're so inclined. Oh, this feels nice. Maybe lift the left foot if you're balancing there. Reach out through that left hand as long as you can get that side of the body stronger and longer than ever. Oh. And then back down to the mat. Let's go back to down dog when you're ready. This will be the last one. But it's a double-sided pose. So you're strong and stable through your 2 hands and 2 feet. Your right hand goes looking for your left ankle. Now, if you can get a hold of that left ankle, you might bend the left knee and begin to try to extend the left leg up behind you. Right hand slides up to your hip. I know it seems a little strange setup. If you start by holding the leg, you'll believe that you have the balance, and then you'll lose it, like me, who's putting this out on YouTube for the whole world to see. Keeps going. You might end up in Wild Thing or some other fun exploration. Let me see if my other side's a little more stable. From down dog, I'm looking for my left ankle with right ankle with my left hand. And then I shift the weight into that left foot, slide and extend the right leg, left hand's on my waist. There it is. Woo! When you're ready, look forward, step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale. Back to the sky. Hands to heart center. Okay, have a seat. Go ahead and grab right ankle, left knee, lean back. Enjoy. Oh. You can't see Jennifer, but she's off camera. She's making some funny faces. Yeah, she's crying. I'm not sure if it's tears of joy or what. Okay, so I love all the different figure 4 setups that you can take. You might lean over to one side and find like a stag pose, shifting the stretch more to the left outer hip. Or you can take figure 4 to the opposite direction and come into a twist, doubling down on that right side IT band. Love. Take a few more breaths here. Either direction you are pointed, turn your head the other way. Get some extra stretch wherever you end up. And then release. Come back to center, 2 feet flat, shake them out. And we'll go the other way. Left ankle to right knee. Woo, this is my good side. Few deep breaths. Okay, take that twist, stag pose to the left or half Lord of the Fishes to the right. Couple more deep breaths here. Whichever direction your head's currently turned, send it the other way. Get some stretch. All right, and then come back in through center. Shake those legs out. Yes and no. Okay, feet flat. Here's where a pillow, a block, or a small puppy comes in handy. Lengthen up as long as you get. Press down through the sacrum. Let the toes and knees fall open. And then just round through the spine generously. Don't worry about the length. We're going for round here. Forehead might come down toward the toes or the block. We're looking for a little bit more letting go of those muscles you've just activated, those things you've turned on. And then roll your way back up to a seated position. We're gonna scoot forward one time with the hips, keep the feet the way they're at. Roll all the way down onto the back. And before we relax entirely, let's put the soles of the feet further together, squeeze them together, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up, fire the whole thing up just a little bit more. Squeeze, relax the glutes, and then set yourself back down and let the hips open a little bit deeper. Couple more breaths here, friends. Exhale deeply. And ever so slowly bring those knees back up together. Wiggle the feet a little wider apart. And then allow the sacrum to rock just a tiny bit side to side. Okay. And that's officially it. So if you're here with me for your Shavasana, your final resting pose, go ahead and relax down onto the mat entirely. Letting those toes wiggle, allowing the ankles and the knees to let go just a little bit more. Again, feeling the backs of the thighs soften, the sacrum soften. Tune into the space on the back of the body, maybe along the sides of the ribs. Think about all the work that you've done in that middle upper back section. And now relax it. The true strength of our muscles and of our mind and of our nervous system is its resiliency. The elasticity of moving from areas of intense pressure to areas of complete relaxation. Life will provide us with both. But the freedom for you to move from one to the other That's where you have control. Thanks for your practice tonight. Shanti Om Namaste.